Not much going on in the news this week, but I've got some stuff that I'm not sure if it's going to work, but it might work. How do I mix this in? No, let's just go for it. A walker has been rushed to hospital in critical condition after he's trampled by cows that also killed her dog. Normal story, normal standard, you know, cows kill woman and dog. But I like that it was kind of like, and they also killed a dog, like in a separate occasion.
Like that's going to make you feel worse.
No, as in like on Monday, these cows assassinated her dog. And then like Friday, she came for vengeance.
Yeah, and they killed her too.
Killed her.
Yeah, yeah.
I also like, it's happened in Derby. She was only saved because a passerby saw the incident. Those cows are killing that woman. In the background, that's that guy in crutches has fallen over in the swimming pool. And here come the cows. The injuries were so severe they had to get an air ambulance. I don't know if that's more severe. If you get an air ambulance, you don't always. It's not always because your injuries are worse. It's just ambulances can't go there.
Yeah,
right. I think you have to pay for an maybe not an air ambulance, but maybe air rescue. You have to like pay.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's very expensive.
Yeah, in America it's definite. I'm just not sure if it's in the UK.
You have to pay for everything over there.
But yeah, there's like if you get rescued from a mountaintop in many locations, you're then forwarded a bill, which you then pay like monthly installments on.
Fucking hell!
And it's just like it's pretty brutal.
What are you gonna say? No,
no, I'm still lost. Because you just got to be like, well, if you don't pay for it, then I guess everyone has to pay, contribute to that.
Yeah,
and not everybody's on a mountain all the time. So,
but then lifeboats,
insurance.
No one gets paid. Like it's all voluntary.
In the sea, it's voluntary, but in the sky,
like they're like on call, like firemen, except they don't get paid. They're just good people, I guess.
But then I guess as well, like you won't be too far out to sea. How far did the RNLI? How far did they go?
I don't know. I haven't.
Because then the Navy gets involved if it's like in the ocean. Yeah, if you're in the Atlantic Ocean, I don't think the RNLI is going to...
Oh, no, like, if you're in the middle between the States and Europe, like, maybe they'll argue about whose responsibility it is while you're on the other end of the phone.
Say the English Channel, right? Is that the RNLI? Like, all the... In the dead set in the middle?
But, like, the English Channel's only, like... Well, the shortest bit, it's only 20 miles.
Yeah, but 20 miles by dinghy.
It's a fast dinghy.
I would have thought there would be, like, as soon as a helicopter's required.
Yeah, because,
I'm assuming that's something else.
Because the lifeboats will go out to, like, oil rigs and that, and they're not, like, just off.
They're, like, off Scotland and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I guess pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, not to,
like,
dehumanise the RNLI.
But if it's going to take you that long to get to them, they're probably already dead.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah.
Let them die. Don't even bother trying to rescue people who are drowning at sea.
Yeah.
There was a woman who swam the English Channel 4 times.
Why?
That was recently, in a row, like non-stop.
Why?
I don't know. She was covered in flour or something. Like she put a special moisturiser on.
Oh, they have to wear like Vaseline or some shit like that.
Yeah, well, there was a guy who swam the UK. It was pretty dry.
He was on Joe Rogan, wasn't he? He swam all the way around the thing.
Either it was around the entire UK or like from John O'Groats to that other place. Like the entire height of it, or he went around the whole thing.
I think he went around the whole thing.
Maybe.
He like swam with whales and shit.
It was horrific because like his tongue dissolved.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much salt. He had to eat like, I think it was like 1 million, he had to eat bananas constantly or something like that. And it was just horrific. But yeah, it's weird to do something to... It's to set a big milestone, a world record for yourself.
Yeah.
It's a weird mentality that goes with that. I've never really had that. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I drink a lot of water, right? I'm not boasting. But I drink around 12 litres of water. And it's just like, is that a world record? I don't know. But do I want to go make a world record of water?
Well, does it have to be that extreme? And also, can you cheat it? Like, are there limitations to what you can do? Like, oh, I can balance, I don't know, I can balance a keyboard on my head. This particular keyboard for a minute.
They have to set a minimum stuff.
It's mine. Like, can you do
set
that?
a minimum to it. So I think there was, I think Lee Mack attempted a world record of like darts hitting the bullseye the most amount of times in a minute or something like that.
Lee Mack got that,
Yeah.
as opposed to professional darts players.
But the thing is that it didn't exist.
Right.
So he did it for like a kids' TV show. Why
and
not
then
just work a
some
world record?
bloke with a pint came across and kicked his ass.
What?
I'm assuming it's been beaten since.
Oh, right. So I think someone just punched him in the face while holding a drink. I was like,
Oh,
what?
no.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you play darts. What happens when I play darts.
Probably he's been defeated then since then. But when he wanted to set it, Guinness World Records had to set him a minimum goal. So you had to do it. You had to, they decided you need to do it at least 5 times in a minute.
Okay.
You know, something like that. And so, yeah, I can balance a keyboard on my head. You could request that to... which is a weird business, weird government, weird governing body authority. Yeah. We hold all the records.
Yeah.
And if you want to make a world record, we've got to set the minimum requirement for you.
But can you do something like that requires something that is unique? Let's say that skull and crossbones box. Like, probably not many other people have got one of those. Like, let's say that is a completely unique item. I can balance that on my head, and they say 10 minutes. It's like, fine, I can do it for 10 minutes. And then you do it, and you don't let anyone else do it because it's your box and you don't want them to.
No, I imagine they just say, no, you can have a box of a certain measurement and a certain weight, and that's it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That seems more fair.
That's why you need...
That's why I haven't got any world records.
Yeah, you're not thinking outside the box of skulls. Anyway, this woman got trampled by cows. She holds the world record for being trampled by the most amount of cows.
You have to be trampled by 17 cows.
16. Boo. But yeah, I liked the police statement. We were called after a passerby saw a woman and her dog being attacked by cows in a field in the village of Sheldon. Police arrived, as did an ambulance, and the woman was taken to hospital in Sheffield. She remains in critical condition.
She's not dead.
And her dog has been killed by cows. This is like as an afterthought. Her dog's dead.
And her dog as well.
Yeah, her dog's been killed, but I think she's in critical condition. Because, cows attack all the time. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that 100 decibel bell round their head that's making them go insane?
Yeah, they all had that.
But
all cows.
I tried to find more articles about cows killing people, and I found all this advice of how to defend yourself against it, as well as a load of requests for science fiction stories about how you could kill a cow with your bare hands. So I'm thinking about writing a story. How would you go about killing a cow?
Yeah, I've heard of people like, oh, you just choke it out. It's like, what are you on about?
You just can't.
No.
They've got a 100 decibel bell around their neck.
Yeah.
Can't break that. But yeah, they say that like if herds of cows start swarming you, they might be curious or murderous.
Yeah.
So it's one of the two.
Well, I had it once, and like my dad had told me this story about he'd had to rescue one of their dogs from a bunch of cows that had circled it, and like what happens is they circle you, and then one by one they roll on you until you're dead.
Yeah, sounds curious.
It's very curious cows.
I wonder.
Yeah, curiously deadly cows. And like I had it. I was you know where the monument.
Yeah, I've been swarmed by cars there as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, like I managed to hop a fence and get back up the hill, but I went down to the bottom of that field, and it was just round a corner. You couldn't see them. There were like 50 of them. They were all lying down. As soon as they saw me, they all stood up and all started coming towards me. And like in hindsight, I'm like, well, the only interaction they have with people is the farmer, and the farmer feeds them. Maybe they're hungry, but I'm not gonna fucking stand here and wait for them to be like, excuse me. Yeah, have you got some mini cheddars or something? Yeah. It's like because I could end up dead.
Yeah, it's like there's one of two things: they're either curious and pleasant, or they're coming to kill you.
Yeah,
and they're just going to do it in the same kind of pace,
same lumbering kind of way. Yeah, and as I was running backwards because I wanted to make sure I could see them, and as I was running backwards, they started getting faster. I was like, well, that's not good.
Yeah,
like if you're curious about something that's running away from you, you don't like. Yeah,
are you a cockerel? Are you a flying ant?
Yeah,
it's confusing times.
Yeah,
I'd like to think I could take on a cow, but
a cow, I think
a swarm of cows.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I reckon I'd like to think that I could, but I've been spooked by 2 stray dogs before, and I think if you can't, and I probably could defend myself against 2 dogs, but it was still spooky how they were reacting to me, and I think there's a part of your brain that gets a little bit freaked.
Yeah.
Because like it was just like these dogs were just stalking me, and then they come in a line and start following. This was at like 2 a.m. on an industrial wasteland.
Yeah.
This is where I spent my time. I was walking home from work, and it was just like, just getting followed. And it was like, I don't know. I could probably fight them one-on-one like a boxing match.
Yeah.
But in terms of them trying to ambush me, I imagine dogs are probably better at that.
Like a pincer movement.
Yeah, just two weird stray dogs.
I saw my cats do that once to another cat. It's fucking weird. Yeah, well, like the whole pincer thing.
Oh yeah, I think you said that they were talking to each other.
Yeah, like they definitely exchanged a look, and then one of them just shot off into the hedge. Yeah,
maybe cows do the same.
Yeah, maybe. Except you'd see them.
Yeah.
Where's he going into that hedge?
Well, it's probably because they haven't got the dairy cow rights. They're not we've covered this before.
Yeah.
Something about I've forgotten it already.
Equal rights for
dairy cows.
Dairy cows.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something to be fucking do.